Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. First of all, I want to thank you guys for the support on my latest videos. Y'all have been, giving me a lot of views. I'm gonna change some things. Originally I was posting video every time a video got to double-digit views, but since all of my videos recently have been getting to double-digit views, I'm now getting up into 20 views. So once a video hits the 20 views, I'll upload a new video. So this is coming out right after my March 2023 Ipsy bag review, which you can check out right here. That was the last video I posted. Today we're doing a makeup look that's all one color, and our color today is brown. Let me explain this. I don't wear neutral colors a lot. To me, brown is just not fun, but I want to make brown more fun. I want to do more neutral colors. That way I can expand the way I do makeup, because most of my color videos are very bright and sometimes they can be a little bit overwhelming. So we're gonna be doing a brown makeup look today. So we've got eyeshadow palettes, we got blush that's kind of a brownish color. It looks really, really pretty. So that's what today's look is. We're using some new brushes today. I got these recently. Don't even remember what brand this is. I don't know if they're scented or not. So there's some eye brushes and then some face brushes. This is the blush brush. I think this is a foundation brush, or maybe this one. I think it's more than likely this one. But we're not going to be using a brush for foundation. We always use a sponge. Yeah, that's what today's look is a brown makeup look. Very excited to do this with you guys today. If you like this video, please keep watching, subscribe, and give this video a thumbs up and keep watching. And I guess, yeah, we're doing a brown makeup look, so let's get started. So first things first, gonna take my hair out of the way. I wish I had a headband for this, but I don't. I really need to invest in buying a headband. So I want to show you guys the skin today, because I really haven't been showing you guys my skin, like how I do the skin, the base, before I do all the makeup. So I wanted to do that for you guys today. So the primer that we use, this is my go-to primer, has been my go-to primer for a while. This is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hydrating Hyaluronic Acid Primer. So a couple updates for you guys. I am no longer on Accutane. I stopped taking it almost a month ago. And the reason I'm doing all my makeup today is because I have to drive to Fayetteville to do my very last pregnancy test. So that's what today, literally I decided today is the day I have to do my last pregnancy test. It's been a month since the last time I took, it's been 30 days since the last time I took my meds, so I'm getting my pregnancy test done today. I had to do it sometime this week, and today's a Wednesday. I don't have any classes. However, it's been an hour drive, so by the time I finish my makeup, I probably won't get there until around 3, which is fine with me. I don't mind that. I can actually see my car from my window, which is very cute. But yeah, I'm doing all my makeup because I'm going to Fayetteville, which is very exciting. But yeah, I have to do my very last pregnancy test because one of the main side effects of my birth control, not my birth control, of the Accutane was birth defects. So I have to do a final pregnancy test after being off of it for a month, and after that I don't have to meet with my dermatologist anymore unless I have a really big flare-up or my skin starts to get worse. My skin's actually, I was getting a little bit of a flare-up like a little while ago right after I got off meds, so my hands were getting kind of bad in my chest, but now it's back to the way it was when I was on the medication. I think what happens is your body just kind of goes through a shift, so it's, trying to compensate for all those meds being taken out of your body, but yeah, I do my pregnancy test today and then I'm done. No more pregnancy tests, no more meds. Perfectly good. I'm actually gonna put on some chapstick real quick because I forgot to do that when I was doing my skincare. So yeah, I have been kind of not really doing makeup recently, like full looks. Sometimes I'll do like a very small look, which is just, some concealer over the blemishes and under the eyes, a little bit of eyeshadow, mascara, a little bit of blush, and like a very light lip. But today I want to go full out for you guys. I want to go crazy. But the first thing I do before I do foundation is I actually take some concealer. And where is my Trixie mirror? There she is. Trixie mirror. You want to know something I've been doing recently? If you check me out on TikTok, which the @ is in the description below, I've been doing ASMR recently. I don't know if I'm any good at it, but I kind of like doing it. I'm not a big fan of listening to ASMR, but I like doing ASMR. I don't know if that makes any sense. So the label has rubbed off of this, but this is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hydrating Creamy Concealer, and it's in shade Light 40N. This is like the best shade match for me I think I've ever had, to be completely honest. And I'm gonna go over any blemishes, not really blemishes, but kind of blemish scars, to be honest. One thing that they recommend is I still shouldn't get like anything done to my skin, like waxing or anything, until I've been off the meds for like 3 months. So when I go home for the summer, I'm definitely gonna be getting my whole face waxed, because I mean, I do this shaving and everything like with a little razor, but to me that is not enough. So the reason I do this is I do this before foundation, because if I do it after, that looks more cakey. This is just before foundation. Oh, I should have plucked my eyebrows. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll deal with it. But yeah, my face is like, I have a lot of hair. I come from a family that has a lot of facial hair. Even the women in my family, it's specifically on my dad's side, we're all very hairy. So I get hair on my face. I get a lot of peach fuzz, and it's very unattractive. I mean, I notice it. I don't know if everyone else notices it. But yeah, that's my problem. Ooh, my roommate's back. Cute. So now that this concealer is like dried a little bit, I'm gonna take a little concealer brush and kind of just like, not really blend it, but just flatten it. See, like that. This concealer does look a little bit dark today. It could be that I'm just like really pale or something right now. I don't know. There is that possibility. But this is just to like give me some extra coverage and help me out a little bit. I didn't put as much on as usual because I really don't have that many blemishes. I mean, I used to. I used to get really bad ones. But since being on the Accutane, my skin is like basically clear. I have some scars here from like popping pimples or whatever, because you can scar from that and it's not very attractive. But yeah, this brush gets like, all of these brushes get really dirty really quickly. So I'm like cleaning brushes like every day pretty much. But I do like a big cleaning of brushes and sponges by like the end of the week, usually on Saturday. So this is my foundation. This is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation. I use shade Light 55N. I like to shake it first, just in case. And then I know they say to like, in old makeup tutorials, they would say start with the center of your face and then go out. But I don't like that technique. Here's my sponge. This is a Real Technique sponge. It's very, very damp. So we're gonna see if this eats up the foundation or not. Whee. Okay, this looks a lot more yellow than usual. That's weird. I don't know if it's the lighting, but it just looks very yellow. Strange. I think it's the lighting is just making it look very yellow. I don't always know. I feel like I have like, not really a pink undertone, but definitely not a yellow undertone. I feel like my undertone is very neutral, which is why when I am looking for foundations or concealers, I always go for like a light neutral shade, because I'm not like fully fair. I am like, not like fully fair, but I am light. So I go for like a light neutral. I think it's just the lighting is making it look yellow. Let me change. Yeah, let's change it to that one. Yeah, I think it's just the lighting was making it look a little more yellow. I don't put a foundation under my eyes. I heard that tip from TikTok of like, don't put foundation under your eyes, only concealer, because if you do both, it makes your under eyes look very cakey. I'm like, that is true. That is definitely true. This is like the first time I've worn like a full face of foundation, like actually kind of a long time, to be completely honest. I think the last time I did like a full face of foundation was when I was home during spring break, which was like 2 weeks ago. For some reason, this semester at school has been feeling like it's going by very, very fast. And I don't know why it feels that way. I don't know if it's just because it's the spring and, you know, there's the time change and everything, but I don't know. I feel like the spring semester, I always feel like they're going by way faster than the fall. But I think it's also because you're at school more during the spring. Like during the fall, there's more holidays. So you get to go home more, so it doesn't feel like you're at school as much. But during the spring, you really only have spring break. Unless you're someone that goes home every weekend, which I've just never been that person. Being at school, I've never been someone that goes home every weekend. And I know people that do, but I could never do that. Because one, it's like a 3-hour drive to my house from here. So I definitely could not afford the gas to go home every weekend. But if you live closer to the campus, like if you live in Fayetteville, which is like only an hour away, I could understand like living at home instead of living at campus. I would understand that. If you do live on campus, like going home more. Plus, people take their laundry home because they don't want to like spend the money on doing laundry, which I understand that part. But I don't know. To me, it's all about the gas money. That's why I don't go home, because I can't afford the gas. Because I don't have a job on campus. I've been trying to get a job on campus. I did have a job last semester. I was working at an Ulta in Fayetteville as like a seasonal thing. I transferred there, but I decided not to go back to that store because I did not like the way that they ran things. To be honest with you, I did not like the way that they did their business. And that's just my opinion. There could be people that have worked there forever and like it. There could be people that work there not at all and just have an idea of how it is. But to me, I was just not a big fan of working at that location. I could do a story time about it, but I kind of don't want to. Technically, I am not an Ulta employee right now. Is that some hair stuck in my face? Of course it is. That's the worst part of doing a full face of makeup is you get hair stuck to your entire face. Ugh. Okay, let's get some concealer on. Let's get some concealer under his eyes. But yeah, I'm technically not an Ulta employee because they don't really have a seasonal position there. How it works is I would just call my manager or like message her like a few weeks before I go home for the summer and be like, hey, I'm coming home. And then she'll like look me up in the system, see if I need to like change any paperwork, if I need to do any extra training, which I might, because we might have changed things at the store. We might have changed the layout, to be completely honest. Because I know when I went back in the fall, like when I went back to winter break, we had changed a few things. Like we had some different brands than we used to, and trying to figure out what was new was very difficult, but I figured it out. I mainly just stayed on the register, which is fine. I like working on the register there. They actually prefer me on register because I'm very good at getting credit cards. I work at a place that we sell credit cards, all right? That's the one thing people hate about going into like Ulta. They're like, ugh, I hate having to say the thing about the credit card and my managers forced me to say it. And it's like, yes and no. Like, I saw this TikTok where this girl was like, I used to work at Ulta and I would have customers say, I don't want a credit card, don't suggest it. So I wouldn't, and then my manager would get mad at me. And I'm like, yeah, because that's kind of your job. Like, I know that customers get mad, but you never know when you're gonna get a yes. Like, that's the whole point. And I get that people get annoyed and customers, you don't want to deal with like a bad customer. But like, if that's your job, you should do your job. You know, I feel like people just don't want to do, I know I sound like Kim Kardashian where I'm like, people don't want to work anymore. And I'm like, I don't want to say she's right, but she kind of is. And then it's like, oh, the job market is bad. And I'm like, yes, I agree that the job market isn't as good as it used to be. There are definitely not as many jobs available. There are jobs available. The problem is that they're not offering the money that they should be offering for those jobs and like all that stuff. And I'm going on a tangent, but working at a makeup store that has a credit card, we are told you gotta sell it. You gotta sell the credit card. And you never know if someone's gonna say yes. You never know. We get customers that will say, no, I don't really want the credit card. And then they get convinced and they're like, never mind, I'll get it. You never know, because they'll be like, what happens to my credit card debt? And I'm like, well, yes, it affects your credit score because it's a fucking credit card. So yeah, it's gonna affect your credit score. But the other thing is, like, I feel like some people get the wording wrong when they're saying the credit card. Like, they'll say $20 off when really it's 20% off. And I feel like that doesn't help. But you can calculate the actual money they would save rather than just saying 20% off. You could say like, oh, you'd save like 10, 15 bucks on your first purchase, which would be that purchase right then and there. And then they also earn double points, and then those points get money off on next purchases. So there's a way to like make the credit card, if you work at somewhere that has a credit card, like TJ Maxx has one, like they're told you gotta sell the credit card because that's how we get more customers, is getting the credit card, because more people will spend more money. I'm like, yeah, because everything's about spending more money. That's how the world works. But yeah, I went on a tangent, but yeah, I wouldn't work at that Ulta location again, but I will be working back home during the summer. And I probably will be doing more makeup videos when I go home because I'll have like more opportunities to wear makeup rather than at school. But anyway, this is the eye primer I use. We're gonna move on to a little bit of our eye makeup. This is the ColourPop Party Proof Eye Primer. I'm pretty sure I'm almost out of this, but I really don't want to order anymore. I could either order it from Ulta or the ColourPop website, and frankly, I would rather order from the ColourPop website directly. God, I haven't worn this much eye primer in a long time. When I do like my minimal looks, I'll put eye primer on like the inner corner because I only put eyeshadow there. God, this is way more eye primer than I usually wear. And for some reason, this eye primer seems to like make my eyelids look more dry. I don't know why. I don't know. And then I just blend that out with a beauty blender. And it mixes kind of with the concealer that's on here and the foundation to make it like match the color. Like, see, like right there, it's like, ooh, it looks very, very dry. I don't know how this eyeshadow is gonna look, but we'll see. We will see. Lately, what I've been doing is just picking the very first makeup product I grab. If I'm not planning a look, I'll just be like, okay, what's the first thing I grab? And that's kind of what I did with some items today. Such as this setting powder. Look at me doing a great segue. This is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder, but this is in shade Butter, and this is also a mini size. My full size one is at my house. It's the lavender one, so it's a lot lighter. It's more like a translucent. This is their Butter, so it's for like light complexions. I don't use this very often. And it comes with a powder puff. I wish the full size came with a powder puff, but I guess they only do it for minis. Okay. I don't even know if there's any powder on this. I might You know what? I'm gonna do something I don't like doing because this has a sifter. There we go. Got some more powder. Okay. But I love this powder puff. I think it's so cute. Look at it. Okay. There we go. There's some powder. And lately I've been trying to do very minimal amounts of powder, so I'll just do powder like... I used to put powder like all over my face, but I do a very light amount now. Just some places where I'm worried it's gonna get like really, really shiny. Which I kind of like. I like a dewy, shiny look. But I know some people don't. I know some people prefer a matte look, but with having such dry skin, matte just like doesn't work for me. I need something that's gonna make me look hydrating. So that's what I do. Now, I guess I'll use this brush to remove setting powder because it's kind of big and fluffy. So anyway, this is my first time showing you the skin in a very long time. I really don't like showing the skin because y'all have seen it a million times what I do to my skin. Ooh. I'm gonna take a little bit of foundation, just a tiny bit. Of course I would do that. Put it on my sponge, and I am just going to, there's a little gap right here. I'm just gonna go over that foundation. There we go. There's no longer that divide. Okay. That's better. That's one of the places I always forget to put foundation. I don't know why. I wouldn't say doing my skin is my favorite part of doing makeup. I actually love doing blush and highlight because it's like this immediate effect. Okay, let's dust off this setting powder and see if it made my skin look super dry. And I'm gonna use a different brush. Where's my big fluffy? I'm not a big fan of that little one, it's too small. I need my big one. Come here, ColourPop. Ugh. I have like these extra brushes in here that I don't use, but I need my big fluffy brush today. Oh God. I'm not very good at planning. Okay. This is my big fluffy brush from ColourPop. Gonna use this today because that small one was not working for me, and there we go. Sometimes setting powder makes my skin look more dry and like actually show more texture. The only powder I've found that doesn't do that is actually from Beauty Bakery. I should have used that powder today. But doesn't look too bad. It looks a little dry, but we're gonna be putting some same spray over it to make it look dewy again. Definitely dry eyelids. Ugh. That's not very attractive. Not attractive whatsoever. Okay, let's move on to our eye makeup. So I have two palettes here that could work for brown. So these are both from Too Faced, by the way. This is their Christmas Bake Shop collection. This is the Chocolate Chip palette. Now this has a lot of browns, but these are very cool tones. As you can see, very cool toned browns. And I don't always like doing cool tones because I'm worried they're gonna make my skin look, I don't know, I just feel like cool tones don't look right. But this Ginger Snap palette has more warm tones of brown. So I feel like I wanna go for the more warmish brown rather than the dark, rather than cool tones, because cool tones for me just don't really look good all the time. So we're gonna go with the Ginger Snap palette because I think I used that Chocolate Chip palette recently. I have a feeling I did. So I think I'm gonna start with this shade called Make It Rain Dear. Okay, I know it's Christmas themed and I'm using it when it's not even close to Christmas. It's been very months since Christmas. It's been 3 months. But yeah, that's what I want to do. So we're gonna start with this shade called Make It Rain Dear. I don't think I've used this shade yet. I also don't know how I feel about this brush. You get a lot of pigment. That's from like barely touching it. See? Oh, gotta do the influencer thing. Right, cover it up. See, that's a lot of pigment straight away. Okay, we're gonna see how this looks on my eye. Just kind of stamping it because this brush doesn't seem like it's gonna be able to blend very well. Okay. Looks kind of patchy, to be honest. I might start using my other brushes. There's a part of me that wants to get rid of these brushes because I haven't liked them the entire time I've had them, and I haven't had them that long. I bought them as a gimmick. I didn't need them. They were like $7 and I'm like, I spent no money on them and it shows because they're not good. I mean, it's putting the eyeshadow on. I just feel like, I don't know if this eyeshadow is patchy or if it's the brush that's making it patchy. Let me try a different brush. Let me try my ColourPop ones, okay? Let me try my ColourPop blending brush, all right? Let's blend this out better. Make it look a little bit softer. Oh, this had glitter on it. Oopsie. I didn't realize it had glitter on it. Oh, man. I got glitter in a place I didn't want glitter. Great. Yeah, I don't like these brushes. I'm gonna get rid of them. I feel like the quality is bad. I mean, they were $7. They're not gonna be good quality, so goodbye, stupid purchase. Okay. Let me dip into this shade with this blending brush. This is from ColourPop. I haven't had these that long. I don't even think I've had them for like a year. I think I've had them for like barely 6 months. I think I got them as like a birthday present for myself. You know when you buy birthday presents for yourself. See, that's what I need. There we go. Now it doesn't look as patchy. Yeah, those brushes were a mistake. Okay. A darker color that I'd usually go with. I would not go for something as dark as this, but hey, we're experimenting. We're doing browns. We're doing browns. Okay, let's move on to the other eye. Lots of pigment, I'm gonna tell you that now. These shades are very pigmented. It's not super even, to be completely honest. We go in circles, maybe I'll make it more even. Yeah, I did something. I don't know if what I did was correct, but it's something. Y'all. I don't like browns. God, this smells so good. I love these palettes because they're also scented. It's so cute. Okay. There we go. Oh man, I don't know if I'm happy with it or not. I feel like I kind of am and I'm kind of not at the same time. I'm very on the fence about it. Let me put these brushes in here. There we go. Back to our originally scheduled programming. Okay, so we're gonna take this flat brush, and I think glitter-wise, this one right here, this You'll Love It shade, it's a little bit too pink for me. It's a little bit too red, a little bit too pink. This one's called Missile Toasted. This one looks too gray. Not about that. So I think I'm gonna go in with this shade called Get Baked. It's more bronzy, but I feel like it's gonna work with this brown very well. Okay, taking this flat brush, tapping off the excess. There's a lot of glitter already. Okay. Ow. Why? This brush seems to like always hurt me. Like it pokes me. Okay. That's cute. I don't know if I'm applying it the way I want to apply it. I'm kind of applying it so it doesn't hurt. Because for some reason this brush always likes to poke me in the eye. Just doing a little bit of dip. Not too much. Going into our second option, our second eye. Gonna spread that out more. One eye always looks better than the other eye. we notice. I feel like these colors look really nice together, you know? It's kind of more like, it doesn't really work with the season because it's currently like March, spring, Easter. Brown is more of a fallish color, but I think it's cute. I think it could work. It could. It could be nice. I like it. It's giving Thanksgiving rather than it's giving spring. Okay. So that was the Ginger Snap palette from Too Faced. I like these colors. They're just not colors I go with, but I don't know if they work for like this season. They're more like fall. Well, this is like a Christmas palette, but you know, brown can be pretty in spring. So for eyeliner, I don't really like this liner, but I'm only using it because it's small. I wanted a very small wing today and I wanted to do something very precision-y. This is the KVD Tattoo Liner in the shade Trooper Black. This always feels like it dries out like instantly as soon as I use it, but we're gonna use it today because I wanted the precision because it's so small. It's kind of the shape I go with. It's just a little triangle kind of deal. Sorta. It's not really like a triangle. I made it worse. I made it worse by doing too much. I need to make it more angled. I'm just making it too thick. Jesus Christ. I'm not gonna mess with it anymore. I'm not gonna mess with it anymore. Not gonna mess with it anymore. I know I have a very weird eyeliner technique. My boyfriend's always critiquing me for it, and I'm like, when you start wearing makeup, then you can critique me. But my eyeliner, I don't do it all over my eye. You know how you're supposed to do like the line all the way in? I don't do that. And my excuse for not doing that is because I have very hooded eyes, okay? I have very hooded eyelids. And for me, if I did that with my eyeliner, it would make my eyes look very, very small and kind of ugly. So I draw something terrible. God, these are not symmetrical in the slightest. This one's so gross and fat and ugly. Just like me. Nah, I'm just kidding. My self-esteem is like nothing. I don't want to remove it though. I don't want to take it off. Unless I make this one look like shit. This is never gonna be as pretty as this one because they're completely different. I'm just gonna do it the way it is. I'm not gonna change it. I'm not gonna change it. I'm not gonna do anything. Not just gonna avoid confrontation. Okay, let's curl our lashes real quick. I never used to curl my lashes, but now I'm like in this habit of like having to do it. I feel like it always like makes my eyes water really bad when I curl my eyelashes. I don't know if it does anything. One thing I've been doing recently is, so I have this big video planned for the end of this year. Hopefully I get it done by the end of this year. That's my plan. Is I'm going to watch every MCU movie and TV show in timeline order and give my ratings of each and every single one. Okay? Does that make any sense? I feel like it does. So the reason I'm doing it is because there are a lot of Marvel movies. I've seen every single Marvel movie except for like the recent ones that have come out. I've seen nearly every single one because my dad is a huge Marvel nerd. Like he's been a Marvel nerd since like the comics, since like the 70s, you know. He was reading Spider-Man when it first came out. But so we've seen every single Marvel movie that's come out and I love them. So I'm doing my ratings. I just watched Ant-Man and the Wasp for the first time in years. And to me, it's not as good as the first Ant-Man. To me, I don't think it's as good as the first Ant-Man. Alright, I'm gonna give it like a 6. To me, I love the special effects. I think the story is funny. But there are some things about it where I'm like, I feel like they forgot things. Like, Scott is canonically a genius, right? Like, he's canonically really, really smart. Why in this movie is he so dumb? Is it because, like, this isn't his forte? Like, he doesn't do quantum physics, he does something else? But then in Avengers Infinity War, he's smart again. And I'm like, how? What? Also, they say to watch Ant-Man and the Wasp before Infinity War, but then the end credit scene kind of spoils it. So, I don't know. Even though Ant-Man and the Wasp did come out after Infinity War, but I'm pretty sure Ant-Man and the Wasp is happening at the exact same time as Thor Ragnarok is happening, just different areas. And then, like, I think what Ant-Man and the Wasp is doing, it's the 2 days before Infinity War? Doesn't it take place over like 2 days? Or something like that? Timelines. I don't get it. This is the mascara we're using. This is a Tarte Sugar Rush Lash Treat Mascara. You saw this review in my March 2023 Ipsy bag, which I already said at the beginning. So let's use it today. I just want to use it because I want to give it like a couple more chances of being good. Looks okay. Is this my best makeup? No. I definitely would say this is not the best makeup I've done. Is it the worst makeup I've done? Comment down below if this is the worst makeup I've ever done. I can't always tell. Like, sometimes I know a makeup look looks bad. Like, I'll be like, this looks terrible. And other times I'm like, maybe give it a shot. Maybe it actually does look pretty. I've been trying to take more pictures of my makeup look so I can post them on Instagram. When I post the video, I can be like, hey, do you want to see how this look was made? Check out this YouTube video at the link in my bio. So I'm trying to take more pictures of my makeup recently. I think the mascara is fine. Is it my favorite mascara I've ever used? No, but it's not the worst mascara I've used. I've definitely used worse. I just think my lashes are very, very weird. I have like weird lashes, so I feel like mascara sometimes is confusing for my little eyes. Okay, so this is the part of the makeup I'm actually really, really excited about because this is my favorite blush in the world. This is the Benefit Starlit Blush. It's this rosy bronze blush. And I was like, if I'm doing brown, I gotta do this blush, all right? If I'm doing a brown look, I gotta do this blush. So I'm gonna take this blush brush from ColourPop. All right. It feels kind of sticky. I think it's because I recently washed it, so it feels a little bit sticky, but it should be fine. So let's go in. I know the Benefit blushes are very, very pigmented, so I tap off a lot of excess when I use the Benefit ones because I get scared. I get scared. Okay, let us begin. Maybe I should put more on. I think it'll be fine. Maybe it's just the foundation is the way it is. I don't know. I feel like there's something wrong. It doesn't look as pretty today. Weird. It looks fine, it just doesn't look as good as usual. Maybe I tapped off too much excess. We'll try on the other side. Maybe that same powder was a bad idea. I'm getting a feeling it was. Yeah, I put more blush on this side. I'll have to redo this side, add some more color. There we go. I like using a lot of blush. I love blush. It's my favorite part of doing makeup, is putting on a bunch of blush. It kind of like contours at the same time because of how bronzy it is. I think this is okay. It looks fine. It's not very even. I will say that. It's not very even. Because I put way more on this side than I did this side. So I'm gonna have to dip back in and put some more on this side. Just to make it more matchy. There we go. Put some more color there. I feel like they're not in the same places. I feel like the placement is off as well. I don't know. I think it looks fine. Is it my favorite blush application I've done? No. Is it the worst I've done? I'm very on the fence of if it's the worst I've ever done. Very on the fence. Okay, so there's that. Brown. Okay, let's get some setting spray on. I like doing setting spray before highlight. It's just me. So this is a new setting spray. This is the NYX Dewy Finish setting spray. I have the matte one, but I wanted to buy this one to see if I like it more. We're gonna shake well. Let's say that in the instructions. There are no instructions on here. That's kind of weird. I love that there's no instructions. Sometimes there are and sometimes there aren't. Okay, I'm gonna shake it as much as possible because I get worried. And then let's do some application. There we go. Now the skin looks dewy. Yeah, the setting spray definitely helped in some way, making the skin look a little bit nicer, so. Oopsie daisy. Now you're very close to my face. Yeah, I think the setting spray definitely helped quite a bit. So let's get some highlight on because I love me some highlighter. Now I do not have a brown or bronzy highlighter. The closest thing I have is a gold. This is from Fenty Beauty. This is the Killawatt highlighter in the shade Trophy Wife. It's my favorite gold highlighter ever. We're gonna take this brush right here. She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. Let's just dip in. I've been trying to do not as much highlight because I get scared. Okay, one swipe. Okay, I just want to do one swipe. Maybe two. Yeah, just like right on the cheekbone, like right under the eye. Yes, and then a little bit on the nose, just on the bridge. I love highlight, I love doing blush, I love doing highlight. It's my favorite thing because I feel like you get this effect. You get this like boom, you know? Like you know you look good at that point. And then for our lip, we're using a gloss. This is the Fenty Beauty Heat, the Gloss Bomb Heat Universal Lip Lemonizer. This is in the shade Fenty Glow Heat. Okay, so this is the lip plumper. I had the regular Fenty Glow, but it's not as dark as this. I wanted something a little bit dark to fit in with the brown. Okay, this is the final makeup look. Okay, what do we think? What do we think? Let's do some rankings. I'm not gonna rank the skin because I already know what I like. So let's rank the products. Let's start with this eyeshadow palette. I need to try more of these colors, but to me, I'm just not a fan of neutrals. I think it looks okay. This is definitely more of a fall look than a spring look, but I think it's okay for what we've got. So I'm gonna give this like a 7 out of 10. The eyeliner, I'm gonna give this a 6. I like that it's small and I could do a little bit of precision, but to me it just didn't work with me today. But that's my own fault because of my application. The mascara, I'm gonna give this a 7 because it's fine, it does its job, but sometimes it feels like a little bit too thick and a little bit too clumpy. It feels like it's gonna clump up very easily. The blush today, I'm gonna give it a 9. It's not a 10 out of 10 today. Usually it is a 10, but to me it just didn't look right today. I think it's because of the setting powder. I don't know. The setting spray, I'm gonna give it an 8. I need to try it more to see if it's really genuinely making my skin look dewy, but I think it's fine. The highlighter, 10 out of 10 as always. The Fenty Beauty highlighters, they know what they're doing. And the lip, it's definitely plumping. You can definitely feel the plump. I'm gonna give this an I'll give it a 9 because I like it. I like the plump that it's giving. It's cute. The color's okay, not the first color I would go with. So let me fix my hair. She's a bird's nest today. Ladies and gentlemen, the hair is acting up. Just did do some quick brushing to make it look a little bit more under control, and then my hair looks super flat. Ha ha ha. Woo. God. Okay. Anyway, this is the final makeup look. I think it was okay. I rated all the products I used. Let me know what you thought of this look. Is it my favorite? No. Is it my least favorite? No. I've definitely done makeup that I've hated more than this. I feel like this makeup could look better if my techniques were just a little bit better. Obviously, makeup always looks better depending on the techniques you have. When you're first starting with makeup, it can be more difficult to make your makeup look better because you're using techniques you might not be familiar with, but I like it. I think it's cute. Let me know if you want to see more of these colored makeup looks. This is my brown one. If you want me to do a different color next time, let me know. I'd definitely be interested in possibly doing maybe silver, or I'm trying to think. I don't know if I do black. I feel like black would look a little bit crazy. I feel like black would not be the move for me. But let me know what colors you want to see next. Let me know what makeup videos you want to see next. If you want to see me do more makeup trends. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more makeup videos in the future. Comment what videos I should make next and hit the notification bell for a new video as soon as this one reaches 20 views. Thank you so much for the support on my latest video, which was my March 2023 Ipsy Glam Bag review. You can check out my last color makeup look, which was the blue makeup look, and you can check out all my makeup looks at the playlist, and you can hit subscribe right here, and I will see you guys in the next video. And you can follow all my social media links in the description below. There is Instagram, there is TikTok, there is Tumblr, there's my fandom Tumblr, there's my other Tumblr, and there is Twitter. Please follow me on those. Definitely TikTok if you want to see more like makeup videos. I make like short makeup videos on there, so if you're interested in that, please go check that out. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.